Hello.
Hey, so you're an expert on starters?
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
You have some experience on starters.
What do you got going on?
I got a Ford Focus 2004, maybe 127,000 miles, so it's kind of an older car.
Okay.
And every so often, the starter, it gives a grinding noise. And it seems like that grinding is related to like when it gets cold out or after it rains, like possibly falling back on an electrical issue with the battery.
What year is it?
2004 Ford Focus.
What size motor?
Motor's 2.1.
Well, I got a 2-liter or a 2.3.
Okay, 2.3.
2.3, okay. Let me just look up what the starter is, see if there's anything.
Which, if you have any in the stock. So, okay, yeah, your more expertise is selling the parts.
Well, let's just see if there's anything. Oh, it's that one that sits on top of the engine.
On top? Oh, I was assuming it's on the bottom.
No,
I thought
it sits up on the top.
the 2005, I saw a video on YouTube. It showed a guy going from underneath.
The V6 is wood, but the 4s I think sit up on top on those.
Okay, I haven't really looked close enough.
Or reasonably on top.
Sits between the transmission and
Yeah.
and the.
Yeah, but it's got a goofy plate that actually bolts down onto the.
Bolts down. Okay.
Yeah. But it only kind of does it when it's either wet or cold, huh?
Yeah. It's some kind of weird issue, and I just.
Does it do it when you first go to start, or more after the car started? And
sometimes after, sometimes when it's first. I unplugged the fuse when it's parked because the dashboard flashes.
Oh, sure.
And it gets really bad after a rain.
Okay.
And then the battery just dies because it'll beep.
Yeah.
And let me know when the battery's dying because I think there's something drawing.
Yeah, you got a problem there for
with
sure.
an electrical issue, yeah. And I got some resolved by just unplugging the dashboard when it's parked.
Okay.
Because I need.
Exactly. Sometimes what you find if you pull the fuse box out, you find the back of it all covered with green slime.
Green. Okay.
From corrosion.
The fuse is that the fuse box that you access from the engine? You open up the lid,
both of them.
you would see.
The Fords have had problems with.
And that's copper. You're talking slime would be copper.
Well, it's what happens from the stuff that they put, the corrosion stuff they put on our roads in the winter. Reacting.
Oh no, I don't drive around here. I haven't with the salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I have no rust. I don't drive in the winter
okay.
here. I'm a snowbird, so yeah, it's.
Okay.
That's,
yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could have numerous different things going on.
But it's electrical for sure.
Well,
but
yeah, it sounds like you
just
have a couple
depends on how bad that is.
Yeah.
Is that the primary? Is that a secondary? You know.
Well, yeah, but some of the stuff can all be related to some degree.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to start fixing some problems to fix the other problems.
And I'm keeping like a separate battery that I'll plug in to hard start it.
Okay.
But I've also heard about I've found about a trickle charger, and I'm trying to decide if I need to maybe get one of those for overnight.
Well, it would help. I mean, ultimately,
because there's two different types.
You need to fix the problem because even with what you're doing, you're just masking the problem.
Well,
and eventually it's going to wreck more.
I don't fully understand the problem.
Yeah, well,
so
sure.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm
totally
masking.
Understand? Yeah, it could be a complicated issue. Yes.
Yeah. So it's hard for me to say if it's masking.
Yeah.
And that's and I paid like 130. It's the battery tender, which seems like a new brand. I've never heard of it.
No, battery tender's
it's been around
over
it's
30-some years.
Okay, maybe it's new in Walmart. But I bought that hard charger for like $150 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the new ones with the seat. Ooh. Yeah, it's not. It's
so you got the booster.
It's a
Yeah, you got the booster where you can physically start it off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking also maybe I should get the trickle charger too, just because they use those for snowmobiles or.
Well, yeah, if you're definitely around an electrical source, I mean,
yeah,
it would help. you with your problem. It isn't going to fix your problem, but it would make life a little easier.
Yeah, it'd help me understand if the starter makes that it does it maybe it'll reduce the amount. Maybe it won't have that problem so much if I just keep that battery topped off.
Yeah, and it could.
Because I understand it's either the battery, the starter, or a flywheel. Apparently, it's
or any of the electrical connections.
And the flywheel would be a part of the electrical connection.
No, the flywheel would be on the engine itself.
Okay.
Between the engine
and that gets worn, and that could cause because that could be
and a 4-cylinder on that flywheel will stop in two distinct spots.
Yeah, and that would be a different type of sound maybe from what the starter would make because it's in a different spots and it'd be different things.
It's hard to say.
You would a person maybe would not be able to tell the sound between the starter doing the and the flywheel doing that.
Exactly.
You would okay, all right.
I would have to hear it to really give you much more information.
So I'm getting more and more familiar with this sound.
Yeah.
And it's every so often, and it's got me concerned. What if I'm caught in a bad spot?
Well, no, I understand.
But yeah, your tests would run at you would conduct a test. Involved. What kind of test would you?
I would check the battery. I can check the battery for you. I can check the charging system. I can check the starter draw.
Okay, in that electrical thing, a draw would be part of the.
It's all done off of the battery. Yep.
Is there anything like with solenoid? Is that do you do things with solenoid? Anything?
That gets more where we have to bench test it.
A bench test? Okay.
So you physically have to take the starter off. And we check it that way.
A separate thing. Okay.
Because we got to get different wires on it.
Okay. All right. It comes down to just following the electrical path.
Yeah. You got a primary side of your electrical, and then you got the secondary side. Secondary side is your small wire going to your solenoid. That's coming through your fuse box, through your ignition switch, through your safety switches to the starter.
All right.
And your primary side would be your heavy cables.
Okay. And how busy are you here? Then
incredibly busy. Usually.
Okay, so it's you'd schedule people.
If you want to bring the vehicle by, I'll gladly do those 3 tests for you.
All right, and you okay? All right, and then you schedule repairs like maybe a week in advance. Is that?
Yeah, we can schedule something out if we figure something out, but I'm not saying that we're going to be able to figure it out for you either.
Okay, all right.
I mean, without just jumping in and trying something.
Okay.
So, but no, if you're out and about with it someday, bring the car down.
Yeah.
And we'll do a couple simple checks on it for you.
Okay. All right.
See what it does, okay?
All right. Nice talking with you. Thank you.